Hi everyone. So I wanted to make this quick video, and basically it's about a helium idea. Well, I actually wrote it. I was just trying to type in helium, and I wanted to think about this for NASA, and for us to take cargo up to space, stuff like that. I don't know if it'll be effective or not. But what I was thinking was, what if we had some big um, things like these here down on the Earth? Well, like this right here on the Earth, and then the helium will go up um, into a balloon type of uh, um, like like a aircraft type of thing, and it'll be fed with with a line, kind of like this one. So it'll be like a vein for the helium to allow the object to go up, and then once it reaches the the ozone layer or whatever it is, like space or whatever, then this thing can be dropped or released. Um, but of course, after absorbing all the helium back into the tanks. So it was just an idea. I don't know if it's possible. And I know that it would require a lot of helium, but at the same time it will be recyclable. So if if it's possible to to collect and reuse the helium, then I believe this will be a great way uh, to to use it to take stuff to the space station, and also to Mars. The people that will be colonizing Mars. So that would be a great um, energy saving type of device. And then there's the SpaceX rockets that um, that are like reversed. I don't know, like that are reversed, right? So um, like these things here. So this can be the part of the 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 vein thing that I was talking about. And now I can't find the image, and that's why I always create a bunch of a bunch of tabs, so I won't lose the spot or whatever. But yeah, like this. So this thing, these things here will basically, the string will be like will act as the vein to feed the object that, and the supplies that are in it, to go all the way to space. And then of course there could be jets and stuff around it so that the wind won't blow it or whatever. It could be guided. Um, but I mean, that's only on the contingency that the helium can be reused. So it'll be like a free, kind of like a free form of energy that will be reusable and recycled. So only if that is possible or were possible, then this will be a great idea. Just to lift. So it'll be, um, what is that called again? Anti gravity, because that's what it is, anti gravity, and that's what the helium in the balloon practically acts like, in a way. So um, so I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it's a good idea, um, but um, basically the helium acts as an anti-gravity, um, like substance, right? But it has to be contained within a certain space and compressed together without any other molecules, to break up that concentration of helium or whatever. And so, therefore, if a law is applied or whatever, then it could potentially lift stuff up. And it wouldn't really matter what the weight of it is. It's just like one big boat on the water. That's all it really comes down to. It's one big boat, and it doesn't matter about the weight of it. It's gonna stay up. It's gonna stay afloat. So in the same way, with this helium idea, the the objects that are placed, and it could be like a spacecraft type of thing, designed as a balloon like this, but it will have obviously like an area where um, people will be able to load stuff. So it'll be like a loading and unloading um, platform or something that will always be safe and secure. Now, what I'm thinking is for them to build it similar to a balloon so that the wind could pass by it without messing stuff up. Um, so I can enlarge this very quickly so I could edit it. I don't have Photoshop on this computer, so I can't really show you guys a lot of stuff. But say this here was if this was the spacecraft thing, um, then one can be built similar to this, but with a flat surface, and the bottom of it can be where the helium will go. So in here, it'll be pushed in here, and whatever object um, these people would want to take up to space or whatever, then basically they'll put it in here and then they could close it like that. But obviously smaller and it'll fit within that thing. Kind of like the air blimps that I just seen right now. Kind of like an air blimp with where they could put stuff in it. Um, but obviously, you know, having some type of vein system like a line to feed it with helium, and like I said, it would be reusable if it can be. Um, so they could be made specifically to take stuff from here to the space station and eventually to Mars and the moon or wherever else we need the resources. So and once it's detached, like kind of like a jet refuel in the air, it'll be the same type of concept. See the line, and then it goes to fuel a jet, and it'll be the same type of concept once it's detached. I guess now that I think about it, a a parachute, whatever, however you spell it, will will be able to come out or whatever to allow that to come back down, and then as the the hose um, or whatever it might be, um, yeah, here, whatever this vein is, as it's coming down, it'll be getting winded up, neatly for the second round of or the second shipment or whatever. And if it works, then I suppose that now I'm starting to use that word because people at Bethel Church use it in Reading here where I live. But anyway, I suppose that um, um, that once it's up there, this helium balloon, then they could unload it, and then if they want to, they could place stuff in here to send back to Earth. And I guess the vein thing doesn't have to be detached. It can actually be, um, it could be some of the helium could be siphoned out of it, so it could gradually work its way back down to Earth, and it'll basically be like an object sinking in the ocean. That's what it will kind of be like. Um, so, well, obviously, right? I mean, it makes sense. I think yeah, it's just like a parachute. It'll just come back down slowly, you know. So, oh, I always wanted to do this my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but I would like to do it before I die. I think it would be super super fun. But but yeah, that's basically it. I guess tests can be made or done or performed or whatever. Um, you know, and I guess the helium stuff can be stored underground, underground reservoir, like a reservoir type of technology um, facility to house the helium. So because it's gonna have to carry a lot of helium or store a lot of helium, and we don't want these things going up into the air or something. Well, I don't know, but I doubt that they will go up because it has. I mean, I'm sure they weigh it down, and that's how this thing is not floating. This because this is like a balloon. Well, this is like actually what I'm talking about here. This helium tank is like the balloon tank that I'm talking about. Then they'll be able to store the stuff in there, and but of course with more helium going in it or whatever, so that the cargo can be shipped to space. And whatever else is required. Um, like there's probes. What else? Telescopes, all kinds of stuff. Satellites that that can be useful up there. Obviously, I mean, if this is a good idea, then obviously only good stuff is going to be placed in there, and whatever else they want to put in there. Um, Space food. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe a Tesla vehicle in space. Maybe more vehicles could be sent up there. You know, like who knows? Who knows what the possibilities are? You know what I mean? So yes, never doubt what's really happening because there's a lot of stuff happening, and good things are happening, and this is just another idea that can be tested to see if it works or not. Um, and then of course there is NASA, not just SpaceX, although they are affiliated. See, there's a bunch of stuff, and the more that we're getting more and more technology, more of this stuff is going out there. So if this if this proves to be true or whatever, or if it works, which I don't know yet, and I probably will never know, but if it does work, then a lot of this stuff can be shipped up there without, using too much natural resources and stuff like that. And if that's the case, then that would mean that the cost of gasoline and stuff will go down. So it would be good for all of us. And I mean, imagine if the price per gallon went down to like $1 or something. That would be awesome. But yeah. Mars, here we come. NASA selfies. That's pretty cool. NASA bitches. Recognize. Um, what else was I thinking about? Honestly, I forgot what I was thinking about. Whatever.